Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Code with Ujwal. Today we will be diving into Express.js 5, the latest version of the popular Node.js framework. After wait of 10 years, Express.js has finally released version 5. While it's still not ready for production and has been released as next tag on npm, in this video we will explore major functionality with practical examples and differences with Express 4. Express 5 now fully supports ES modules, allowing us to use import instead of require and all other modern ECMAScript features. In Express.js 4, if you are using async await and the promise is rejected or an error is thrown, you had to manually pass the error to the next middleware. This setup requires the try-catch block in every route or middleware that uses async await to ensure that errors are properly caught and passed along to the Express.js error handler. Express.js 5 makes it easier to handle errors in async middleware and routes. Rejected promises are automatically passed to the error handling middleware. This simplifies error management when working with async functions. If some async functions throws an error, it will be automatically caught by error handler and you no longer need to manually call next middleware. In Express 4, handling incoming request bodies required the use of separate body parser middleware, which needed to be installed as an additional dependency to pass JSON and URL encoded data. Express 5 now includes built-in middleware for passing JSON and URL encoded data, eliminating the need for a separate installation. This reduces dependency management and makes the setup more straightforward. In earlier versions of Express.js, request.param was a method used to access request data, which could come from route parameters, query parameters, or body parameters. This often led to confusion because it was unclear where the data was originating from. To address this, request.param has been removed in Express 5. Now to access submitted data, you will need to check specifically in request.params, request.body or request.query based on where the data should come from. This change brings clarity and improves code readability by making the source of each parameter explicit. In previous versions of Express, app.del was used to define routes that respond to HTTP delete requests. In Express 5, it has been replaced with app.delete to define routes for delete requests. This makes code more clear as delete is more readable than del. In Express, the app.param method was traditionally used to define middleware that executes whenever a specific route parameter is present in the URL. This allowed for automatic processing of route parameters such as validating or transforming data before reaching the main route handler. However, in Express 5, app.param is no longer supported. Instead, developers are encouraged to use more modular solutions, explicitly specifying middleware function in route where parameter processing is needed. In Express 4, developers could send a response with a specific HTTP status code using response.send method. In Express 5, this has been replaced by response.sendStatus method, making the method more explicit and easier to understand by clearly indicating that it is sending only a status code, not additional data. This change enhances code readability and reduces potential misunderstanding in response handling. In Express 4, it was possible to send a response with both data and the status code using response.send method. This allowed developers to pass a response object and specify an HTTP status code in the same method. In Express 5, this has been replaced with a more readable and explicit approach. Now the response.status method is used first to set the HTTP status code, followed by send method to send the response data. This separation improves clarity by making it clear that status set the HTTP status and send delivers the content. In Express 4, if the request body was not present, then request.body would return an empty object by default. In Express 5, the default value of request.body will be undefined if the body data is not present in the request. In earlier version of Express, you could modify request.query directly, which could lead to unintended side effects or confusion about where the query parameters were coming from. In Express 5, request.query is read-only property, which makes sure that data comes only from the request. In Express 5, the focus is on clarity and explicit definitions. removing ambiguous features, integrating external dependencies, enhancing JavaScript support, and optimizing performance internally. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech contents. What do you think about Express 5? Please write down in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you next time.